Liv Morgan haters, you need to hear it. Liv Morgan supporters, you're going to love it. In this video, I'm going to break it down. Liv Morgan is someone that is kind of polarizing if you think about it, right? You have the hardcore supporters who believe in her, who think that she can do so much more in WWE and that the company doesn't do enough with her. And then you have those who just don't understand her and think that what's the big deal with Liv Morgan? Well, in this video, I think I can break it down. Because Liv Morgan, currently sidelined as of the recording of this video, November 2023, is sidelined. Because in July, on an episode of Monday Night Raw, there was an angle where Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley was scheduled to actually wrestle Morgan. But Ripley attacked Morgan before the bout started. This led to a beatdown angle where Morgan was apparently being written off television as they did the Pillmiser spot. You know, that spot where they put a chair on someone's arm and then attack it. Yeah. Well, Morgan could actually be overheard on the broadcast saying that she couldn't move her arm because of the attack. And in fact, it was because she suffered a previous injury as she was leaving Monday Night Raw in a sling the week before following a barricade spot. And she's still on the sidelines, which sucks. But even PW Insider reported this week that while, yes, there's still no timetable, she's expected to return in the near future. And I'm optimistic for this. And so this gets us to today's topic. Liv Morgan is someone that just people don't understand. And I'll tell you why. Because she is a true blue blood. She's a true blue babyface. Okay? She's a lovable babyface. Fans get behind her like not many other wrestlers can. She brings out an emotion in fans that not a lot of people can because she's likable. And it also helps that she is on the smaller side. And so when you have someone smaller going up against bigger people, well, you're just tend to want to see that smaller person succeed. She's also an underdog in the sense of WWE has never positioned her as the star. Now, I understand that she had a run as women's champion. I understand everything like that. And she feuded with Charlotte Flair and Cedric. I get all that. But I saw this clip. Jim Cornette, who's another polarizing figure in the wrestling business, he made this story about how people originally fell in love with pro wrestling. He talked about how if you are driving down the road and on the side of the road you see a small guy and a big guy fighting, what are you going to do? You're going to pull over and you're going to watch this fight. You're going to see what's happening. And you're going to see this big guy just beating down this small guy. And you're like, holy crap, someone's got to stop this. And then all of a sudden, you see the smaller guy. He's starting to make a comeback. He's starting to fight back. And he's whooping this old boy. And then they get separated. They talk some trash. And guess what? They're going to have another rematch. But this time, I have to pay $5 to watch this fight. And I'm going to want to see this fight. That was the art of pro wrestling. And with Liv Morgan, she's somewhat like that. But in the sense of, while, yes, she's not fighting for real, she's fighting against the naysayers. She's fighting against the haters, the ones who don't believe in her, the ones who question her position on the card, those behind the scenes in power of, well, they don't think that she can get over, but in fact, she can get over. And that's the beauty of Liv Morgan. That's the beauty of when she goes up against Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch or Rhea Ripley or Asuka, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Io Sky, etc. You who want to believe in someone who you see as an underdog, who sees that's not getting a fair shake by WWE management, you believe in her. And that's what people don't get with Liv Morgan. And that's why she's such a fan favorite. And that's why she's so over. And that's something that is respectable. It's something that you have to just love. That's why people love Liv Morgan. And that's what people don't understand. Speaking of Liv Morgan, I think she has done an incredible job before her injury of elevating the women's tag team division. And this is actually something that she spoke about this year on After the Bell with Corey Graves. She talked about bringing stability to the women's tag team championship. And this is what she had to say. There's ebbs and flows, and there's going to be some trial and error. But I would love for the tag team division to be more consistent and more stable. That's exactly what Raquel Rodriguez and I are aiming to do. I am 100% all in on Raquel and making our team work and making sure that we are the reigning defending champions. I know it's so cliche. Everyone wants to be defending champions, but for the women and for these titles, it's important that they have a home that is ready to go every single week. And then she talked about their reign as champions. And she talked about how they were honored to be champions and just want to represent the titles to the best of their abilities. Once again, trying to do better, trying to do more. And I think that is very respectable.